Hi everyone, I'm Laurencio, and in this video I'm going to talk about all James Bond games for the Game Boy Advance. Enjoy! There are two James Bond games for the Game Boy Advance. James Bond Nightfire, released in 2002, and James Bond Everything or Nothing, released in 2003. I'm going to start with Everything or Nothing as it's the more awesome one, in my opinion, meaning that I liked it more. The game is pure awesome. Any James Bond fan, and not only, even if you are not a fan, you will still like the game. The game puts you in shootouts. You even have sections where you have to go on the side of buildings using a rappel line, and car chase sequences. The game is split into 12 levels, each with different and exotic locations like Russia, Africa or South America. The battle layout and level designs are more suited for a GBA title, and the controls are responsive, a thing which you'll need as the game forces you to do stealth kills too, aside from the normal gunning. Also, the game is in the spirit of the old ones, meaning that you don't get regenerative health. No, you collect health kits and hope to survive the level with what you've got. Ammunition is not infinite either, so you have to be strategic about your moves. But there are solutions. The game has a store in the menu, where you can buy skills and gadgets from points accumulated during levels, so you can buy, for example, a nanobot that restores your health gradually while you roam the level, or you can buy a hologram that you can use as a decoy to fool enemies, a battery-powered cloaking device, a medical kit generator and more. So try out the game. It's action-packed and badass. I liked it a lot. James Bond Nightfire looks incredible for a GBA. I mean, it's ambitious. It tries to be a 3D game on a GBA. It's a first-person shooter that tries to be as 3D as possible, and it would have been an incredible game if the controls would have been better. The buttons are clumsy, and you miss aim very easily. And over all of this, another downside is that the game, while being so ambitious to put great graphics on a GBA, the game ends up looking like a potato, and this has repercussions on the gameplay. Details are blurry and get mixed up. In some areas you can barely distinguish the enemies from the rest of the pixels. Also, when you take damage, you don't know where it came from until you look around, and the controls are clumsy. And what will be a James Bond game without weapons and gadgets? You get keychains that electrocute, you have the laser watch that cuts stuff, you get a pistol, a machine gun, a sniper rifles and bombs. And now a bonus game. A game called James Bond. A game created by EA in 1991 for the Game Boy Color and ported afterwards on the Game Boy Advance. On the Advance it got the name Codename Robocod, as it's the sequel to the first game. But we don't have the first game on the GBA, only the sequel, so we have only Codename Robocod. Anyway, the game has some very imprecise controls that can get annoying, and the levels, even though big, they are empty, and the game gets you nowhere. Well, what you have to do is pretty nonsense. But I shouldn't be shocked about that. I mean, the game is about a fish that runs on land and jumps on stuff. And you encounter crazy cars and Santa's elves, and there are volleyballs with faces in the sky. Okay, never play this game when you're high. Okay, so this was the video. If you liked it, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you want, follow me on Twitch, Instagram or Discord. I left the links to those in the video description. Thank you.